Hello, my name is Miguel Carvajal with Almost Park Animal Hospital, and my student ID number is 322-6487, and this is the AVMA task video for fall 2017. Hello, and today we're going to be doing a canine nail trim. Now I have Jonathan here who's going to help me with some restraint, and our patient Aspen here who's going to get a nail trim. Now before we begin, here's some of the stuff that we're going to be using to trim the nails. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. This is more for kittens, cats, and puppies, smaller kind. And then we have a medium size here for medium breeds. And then the guillotine type. And then of course for larger dogs. Now a little bit of nail anatomy before we begin the actual nail trim. Now on every dog, on these long haired ones, you want to pull the hair back and you can look and see the nail here. But the nail quick is actually, it's going to be shown probably a little bit better on this nail here, but it is the pink fleshy part of the nail. Quick meaning alive, meaning that it's the tissue layer with the blood and nerve supply. So if you get into this area here, that's going to be the part that can be painful to the pet if you trim too short. And then of course the notch of the nail, which is just right here, and then you can get into the cutting portion, which is up here towards the end. So I will pick this nail clipper because of Aspen's size, and you know he really doesn't have much to trim here. The cricks right here on this notch, they keep up with his nail trims a lot, but we're going to go ahead and tip these and cut them off. So we'll begin here, going right in front of the quick zone. This next one here, we got a little bit more to remove here on this point. We'll do the third, the fourth, and then the dew claw here, which also looks just the same except it's up here on top. We'll get the trim too. Now in the event you quick any nails or get to that blood supply, you can use some clotting agents here that we have here. You have the septic powder or the quick stop that you could use, or the silver nitrate sticks. More often I use the septic powder. If you do happen to nick, you can grab a little bit with your finger here and apply it to the tip of the affected nail, and it will stop the bleeding. Now you'll continue on with the remainder of the 3 paws, and that's the ticket to a successful nail trim. Hello, and today we're going to be doing a nail trim on our feline patient. And today we have Houston here that's going to get a nail trim, and John's going to help with some restraint today. Before we get started, just a little bit on the types of nail trimmers that you'll encounter at the veterinary practice. This is usually for medium to large dogs and some of the giant breeds. The guillotine type, and then some of these smaller ones for smaller patients and felines. Today we're going to use this one. It's really good for cats, a small nail trim. Before we get going, a little bit of this nail anatomy here. So cats have retractable claws, so you must push down on the digital pad here to go ahead and expose the nail. You'll have the nail tip here in the cutting zone right here, and of course the quick of the nail, which is the live part of the nail that contains the blood supply and nerve. Now we will begin on the first digit here, and we will go into the cutting zone, being careful not to quick the tip of the nail. Now in the event you do quick, it can be painful to the animal, and you would need to control that bleeding, and I will show you how to do that in the event we quick the nail. We're here on the third, the fourth, and then finally the dew claw up here in the back, which is just the same, it's just up here. Now in the event you quick a nail, we have a couple of clotting agents here that you could use. We have our septic powder or quick stop and silver nitrate sticks. I prefer the septic powder. And get a little bit here on the finger, and on the affected nail that's bleeding, you'll just put some on the tip, and that should stop the bleeding there. Now you will repeat the nail trim on all 4 paws until you are complete, and that's the procedure for a feline nail trim. Hello, and today we're going to be pilling our canine patient, and today we have Roscoe here. hospital policy states that all pets must be free of parasites, so he is going to get a cat star. This is going to help control flea infestation. Now, in order to pill a dog successfully, you can hold his jowls up to the ceiling, use a finger holding the pill, open the pet's mouth and reach in and place it in the back of the throat, and then we can rub the throat, tap the muzzle, or even blow to stimulate swallowing. Now we're going to go ahead and administer the cat star to Roscoe. Down, insert, rub the throat to swallow, and he has taken the cat star. And that's the technique to pilling the canine patient. We're going to pill a cat. Hospital policy requires all animals to be free of parasites, so he is going to get a cat star today. This is Houston, and we're going to administer his medication. Now, how you want to do this is you want to grab the cat's jowls on the side and point it up toward the ceiling, like so, and hold the pill and open with this finger and put it in the back of the patient's mouth, and then we will rub underneath to stimulate swallowing to ensure that he takes the medication. So here we go. Push back, drop, and we'll rub his throat. And he has taken the cat star. Now sometimes it'll be easy, sometimes it'll be difficult depending on the demeanor of the cat, and you may use a towel to do the burrito type restraint in order to succeed with the pilling of the medication, or an assistant from one of the help from one of the techs. And today we're going to catch our urine sample from our patient today. We have our clean catch apparatus that we're going to use to collect. Before we get started, I usually like to clean this apparatus so we can ensure the cleanest sample possible. Now what we're going to do is we're going to catch in midstream 1 to 2 seconds after he starts going to get a fresh bladder sample. And we've caught it midstream, and we have our urine ready for testing. Hello, and today we're going to be applying a gauze muzzle. Now today we have our patient Angel here who's going to assist us today in applying the gauze muzzle. You will use 1 or 2 inch gauze wrap. For her size, we're going to use the 1 inch. Now the reason you will have to use a gauze muzzle if you don't have the right size available, or if you have a fractious animal and you want to stay a little bit away, the length of the gauze will help you to apply the muzzle safely to the animal. Now in order to do this, we'll start with a loop that'll go over the muzzle. It will go around twice, and then it will go back around the head to allow for a regular tie for security. Now we're going to go ahead and apply the muzzle to Angel, and I will loop over the muzzle and tie around and then back behind the head to secure the gauze. Now our patient will not be able to open her mouth, and both technician and animal will be safe.